Hey guys, this is our product fit video for the QuickFix hydraulic hose repair kit. Um, Bamco currently offers three lines or options when it comes to hydraulic hose and fittings. The biggest one being our crimper leasing program, to where if you buy bulk hose and fittings, we'll lease you the crimper and dies for $1 a year. The second is our hose replacement program, to where if the hoses on your equipment is looking rough, we'll come out there, measure them, and replace them for you. Lastly is this QuickFix Kit. And this is a wonderful product for kind of a niche market. And we're going to get into the details about that to figure out if this is a right fit for you. So to start, you kind of need to look at the three main kinds of hydraulic hose. And this article on our media tab under Conveyor and Transmission Weekly breaks down the three main kinds. First off, there's braided or two-wire hose. And the point of this is that it still has the 4-to-1 burst ratio, but since it's braided, it has a higher bend radius and it allows the hose to be threaded through machines a lot easier. However, because it's able to be threaded through and has a higher bend radius, the PSI decreases as you go up in diameter. Now, spiral hose is kind of the opposite. You pick a PSI and you run with it. So when you go up from 1/2 inch to 3/4 to 1 inch, you'll keep that, 3,000 or 4,000 or 5,000 PSI rating that you chose. This is because they add extra layers of reinforcement on top of the hose as it goes up in diameter. However, this makes the hose pretty stiff and it doesn't have as high of a bend radius as the braided hose. Lastly, there's thermoplastic, and this fits a lot of the applications that the braided is used on. However, you generally find it wherever there's 3,500 PSI or less. So it's constructed a lot of the same way as the braided hose. It's just the materials used in it are different. And usually to figure out what kind of hose you're using, you can look at the SAE rating that is on the hose's ley line. And this will break down whether it's, spiral, braided, thermoplastic, whether the hose is resistant to certain elements, whether there's certain covers on it. And it's a good thing to know. And usually with a simple Google search, you can figure out what the SAE rating means and which hoses are compatible with your machinery. So on our YouTube, we have a assembly video that kind of goes over on how to put together these quick fix kits. And I lightly touch on the benefits, but let's get into it more. The kit comes with these two-piece fittings that, once you look at the video, you'll see that you unscrew the fitting into its two components and then screw the components onto the hose. The kit also comes with a cutter so that you can cut the hose to length on site, and it comes with a vise holder set, which allows you to hold the hose in place using either a vise or two wrenches. And then it comes with a bunch of adapters so that you can hit it at 45 degrees, 90 degrees, convert it from male to female, etc., etc., etc. So the benefit of this kit is that if you're out in the middle of nowhere, you don't have to really drop what you're doing to replace a hose that blows. But like I said, this thermoplastic hose that comes in the kit is generally used in applications that are less than 3,500 PSI. In this case, the 3/8 kit rates up to around just about that, the 3,500 with the 4-to-1 safety ratio. And the 1/2 inch sits right under 3,000 at 2,900. So This makes the kit great for applications where you're far from a hose shop, you're running smaller equipment like skid steers, or you want to look after exposed pilot lines, or you're doing outdoor applications. And we want to focus on the outdoor applications for several reasons. The coating on these hoses is way more um, ozone resistant and heat resistant than rubber is. So back to the SAE ratings, you don't have to get a specific one. You have to get specific SAE ratings that are resistant to these aspects or get sleeves for rubber hose. With this, that's not the case. When as long as you're running 3,500 PSI or lower, or in the case of the half inch, 3,000 PSI or lower, if you're outdoors, this thermoplastic hose is going to last you a lot longer of a time. Applications where this is not a good fit is where, well, first off, if you're running higher than a half inch ID on the hose, these kits aren't made in 5/8 or 3/4 or 1 inch because, similar to the braided hose, once you go up in inner diameter, you go down in PSI rating. With that being the case, another application where this might not be the best fit for you is when you're working indoors. The benefits of the thermoplastic hose, while still being there, aren't really as applicable because, it's not taking the wear and tear of the elements. And another time that this might not be a fit is when you're close to a hose shop, so that downtime isn't the end of the world. If you can walk to a place to get a hose repaired, the benefits of this kit are really only at that point the elemental resistance and the price point. Because these kits are generally priced around $300, and you get about 4 to 5 hoses out of it. So hopefully this clarifies, what applications this is good for and which ones it isn't good for, so that you can make not only a educated purchase when it comes to your hose, but whether or not this kit is a fit for you.